UFC 313 is tomorrow, and I wanted to go into more detail on this co-main event. For the longest time, I have been picking Fiziev to win this rematch. Well, you can't say the longest time because this is pretty short notice. As we all know, Gaethje was supposed to fight Dan Hooker. Hooker broke his hand. Fiziev steps in, and what was it? 2 weeks notice about. Um, and I have some very strong opinions on this fight. Now, this is the day before the fight, and I am very surprised to see Fiziev is the favorite. I thought Gaethje would be the favorite. When was the last time Fiziev fought? It was Gamrot. It was been a while. 2023 September. What is that? A year and a half gone. He tore his ACL. Has been back since. He said he's been ready for a while, and for some reason the UFC wasn't giving him fights. And Dana White was saying like the opposite. I don't know. It was some weird stuff, but it doesn't matter. They have the fight now, and I am picking Fiziev to win. Now, one of the reasons is if you guys watched the first fight, that was UFC. Well, the scorecards right here. UFC 286. It was the Usman Leon Edwards, the third fight. The co-main was Gaethje Fiziev as well, and Gaethje did win by majority decision. However, it was a close fight, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was a close fight. I thought Fiziev actually won that fight, like 100%. When I watched it, I thought Fiziev won. I rewatched it a couple days ago, and I still think Fiziev won that fight. The first round, it was 100% Fiziev. He had the speed difference, was hitting Gaethje with a lot of good shots. Gaethje was having trouble reading him. Uh, a lot of good body kicks from Fiziev. It was 100% his round. So we see two judges actually give Fiziev the first round. One of them gives it to Gaethje. Even the commentary team was saying like 100% Fiziev first round. So this is already a wrong scorecard right here. Now we go to the second round. No, first let's go to the third round. Third round, 100% Gaethje won. That was where all the, how do you say it? All the famous clips of like Fiziev getting uppercutted and like snot flies out of his nose. We've all seen that like on ESPN. That was in the third round. 100% Gaethje won that. However, 10-8. This guy, Paul Sutherland, 10-8. No way was it a 10-8. Gaethje definitely won, but a 10-8 is like absolute domination. The fight could have got stopped. No. Fiziev, I think the first 2 minutes was actually winning that round, looking very good. He eventually, though, he kind of gassed. We'll get into that about the cardio. But eventually, kind of gassed out. Gaethje took over and was hitting him with massive shots. But Fiziev never got rocked. Never looked like the fight was about to be over. So I don't see how this could have been a 10-8. And as you could see, if this was not a 10-8, the scorecard would have went to Fiziev. 29-28. That's the third round. The swing round, the closest round, is the second round. In my opinion, it went to Fiziev, but it was very close. Very, very close. It was pretty even. That was the round. Was that the round where Gaethje kind of got wobbled? I think it was. With like a left hook, which I think kind of won the round for Fiziev. But it was very close. Um, and as we can see, two judges actually give the second round to Fiziev. So again, kind of looking like in my favor, they're agreeing with me somewhat. Let's look at the scorecard. 29-28 Gaethje. Okay. So honestly, this is the scorecard I'm most happy with. Like, definite first round of Fiziev. Definite 10-9 third round for Gaethje. Second round was the swing round. So I'm actually okay with this scorecard. Let's look at this one. Paul Sutherland. First round Fiziev, yes. Second round Fiziev, Yes, for sure. Yeah, I'm happy with that. The 10-8. It's not a 10-8. There's no way the third round is a 10-8. And that makes it a draw on the scorecard. Clemens Werner. Yes, third round for Gaethje. Second round for Fiziev. The first round, no, 100% Fiziev. So there's like wrong scoring in the rounds, which gave it to Gaethje. In my opinion, no way Gaethje ever wins that fight. But let's go to the now, because that was like 2 years ago. So let's go to the now. Why I still think Fiziev's going to win. I think Fiziev has a crazy speed advantage. The only thing, I mean, if you watch the first fight, you could see it. The only problem is the short notice. Fiziev started to slow down in the first fight, and his style very Muay Thai base, very powerful, fast kicks and punches and hooks and switch kicks. I mean, if you fight like that with 100% into everything, you will gas out. Luckily, this is 3 rounds. If it was 5 rounds, I would have kind of had to go Gaethje. But 3 rounds, I'm actually going to go with Fiziev. Another reason I'm going for him, I'm worried for Gaethje. I think he's 36, almost 37. We all know UFC 300 his last fight. Not KO'd, cold, out cold. We've seen Gaethje stopped before, but he wasn't like knocked out. He was very wobbled against Eddie Alvarez, against Poirier. That was when he was KO'd. He's been submitted as well, but like actually TKO'd. I'm trying to think, was there anyone else? There was DuBronx, but he was submitted. Um, but yeah, when he's been finished by strikes, he was never out cold. But against Max, face first, really bad knockout. I can be worried. I'm worried for his chin. Like that's very worrying for me. Second of all, it looks like he's like starting to bald right here. That's showing his age. Maybe the bodies can't keep up anymore. Um, but yeah. Also, I mean, maybe he has a mentality. I don't necessarily think. I think Gaethje has a good mentality, but has had what three cracks at the title. Was so close, and then he loses it against Holloway for another title shot. Now he has to climb the ladder again, and he's almost 37. Like, where's his mentality going to be at? It's going to be tough, man. Like 100%. If this was full training camp, I think Fiziev all day. But still, I'm gonna go back Fiziev. I think he's been training hard, Tiger Muay Thai. So I don't think his cardio is going to be terrible. And he wanted this fight as well. He's been ready, or yeah, he's wanted this fight. So I think he will be ready. I am worried for Gaethje, man. And if you see the first fight, he was getting both of them were getting hit with good shots. But Fiziev has a really good chin. Chin, I said, very good chin. And Gaethje, there was a couple times really close where he could have got, he almost got clipped multiple times. I'm just worried for him, man. Older fighter. This could be his last fight, honestly. I don't know. If he loses this, he's never going to be a champion. But yeah, that's my predictions. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? No short notice. Oh, I want to talk about the Max fight. Again, Max had a huge speed advantage. I think Gaethje has problems with that. And it takes time for him to adjust. So I think Fiziev will get the first round. I don't know. I, there's no point in rambling on. To conclude, Fiziev has a speed advantage. He definitely won the first fight. Gaethje, he's balding. He got KO'd out cold. I don't like that. He's old as fuck. He's balding again. That's crazy. Yeah, but I'm expecting a good fight. So we'll see what happens.